nowhere, and it's like, where's this guy been hiding for the past couple years? But obviously, training down in Rhode Island, Matt Taven, Vincent, and now it's time for him to show off that know-how. But how much know-how can you have against somebody that is going to be the intellectual superior if he's the 2020 Teacher of the Year in New York? Get the hell out of here.
That's legitimate. I'm not lying. It was featured in Time Magazine, so this is as legitimate as it gets. But during episode 1, Love Doug went one-on-one with Alec Price. That is a lesson in and of itself. Can he take those lessons and put it into practice here? He's had 2 straight wins against Mortar and Elijah 6. Can he get a win over Donez?
Sure. Well, there's book smarts and then there's street smarts, and then I think you need a combination of both to be a successful professional wrestler. Physique-wise, both of these guys are about the same height. I think that Donez is going to be a little bit stronger, a little bit more size on him, but we saw them lock up. We're kind of at a stalemate.
Stalemate here, but we are back here to the collar and elbow tie-up. Still locked in there as they are on the mat. Shoulders down for Donez this time, as Love Doug returning the favor, as it were, with Donez, as they are in that collar and elbow tie-up, still struggling to gain the advantage here in the early going. Love Doug, of course, defeating Elijah 6 in episode 3 and Mortar in episode 2. He has had to overcome different style. Well, there you go, a little lesson in love from Love Doug.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner. He does want to remind us all of that.
There is a back elbow, and that is the thing for Donez. Doug has very unorthodox tactics, let's just put it that way.
Well, you don't think that Doug's going to try something at the WWR Plus Valentine's Day Massacre card, do you?
Is that a rhetorical question?
I don't know. He's always in search of love. He should be in search of wins. He should worry about Donez.
Well, he looks very focused here with Donez as he charges in with the running shoulder block, as Donez used to tag team action with Damian Adams, now trying his hand here in singles competition. So that is going to be a factor for him.
Oh my God! Doug's going to be spending Valentine's Day in the hospital.
Well, he takes him down by the arm, plants him face first on that mat.
That was a bad landing. Oh, and look at that, trying to get under his skin, using his tactics against him. But hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Take a gander what's happening in the ring, my friend. Doug is getting picked apart.
He is railing away on that arm. He is a clinical technician. And Donez under the learning tree of Damian Adams, and he says that is the real teaching that gets done, especially in the world of professional wrestling. That is a guy you want to learn under.
You're going to think Donez has been wrestling for a number of years. It's not like he's just starting out. I mean, he's a veteran and he's still learning. That's part of the education process. And there's very few trainers in the United States that can get it done the same way that Damian Adams does. I mean, his record of success stories is a mile long. But Donez here, I mean, obviously he's feeling himself, he's proud of his physique, but maybe he could have gotten the win and then posed afterwards. Instead, this match will continue.
All about that ground assault, he told me earlier tonight. He said he wants to bring the ground assault to anyone who steps in that ring with me, but you can hear this White Eagle crowd. They are rallying behind Love Doug.
Well, Doug's big move, he likes to rebound off the ropes and connect with a clothesline. If you've got your opponent grounded, they're not going to be able to do that. And that's what Donez continues to do right here. Every time Doug is up, he knocks him down, tries to keep him down.
The force and the torque in which he came off the ropes and collided with Doug, puts the leg, 2 count. That was extra vicious, and that shows his veteran status as he gets another 2 count.
Paul, did you talk to either of these guys before the show?
I did.
Do you know what Donez might be looking for to end it? I mean, Doug, you know, again, he looks for that rebound clothesline, and obviously Donez is a steward of the game. Does Doug know what to be looking out for? I mean, Donez, we haven't really seen him in singles action in this part of the country.
That's why he's so dangerous. He said he is all about that ground assault, but he doesn't specify. He says, if I see an opening, I'm going to take it. So at this point, I would have to guess he's looking for some sort of arm bar or variation to try to pick up the win.
Doug rattling off some good strikes in the corner, trying to get the crowd behind him, trying to feed off their energy.
Irish whip reversed, up and over, catches Love Doug, has him up.
Oh no, that shoulder breaker, oh!
Shoulder breaker got all of it.
I think about it, I think he put Ashley D'Amboise away with that at the Bourse at the Beach event.
Hooks the leg, but no, Love Doug still holding on here, but for how long is he going to be able to? Because quite frankly, Donez has been overwhelming him.
You know, that shoulder breaker is quite an unusual move, because typically you try and put your opponent's away either after impact to the chest or impact to the head, and then you go in the pin. But with that shoulder breaker, it almost makes it so your opponent literally just can't lift their shoulder off the mat. They're not disabled as much as that part of their body's restricted. But
Gonna try it. There is the lariat. He got all of it. Makes the cover.
Boy, did he ever!
Love Doug is your winner here at Wrestling Open.
The time of the fall, 4 minutes, 57 seconds. Your winner, the real-life Cupid, Love Doug!
And that is the thing about that lariat. It can come from any direction when you least expect it. So even though Donis was overwhelming on that ground assault, it was Love Doug slamming him with that lariat.